Because you can't serve two masters. The Bible say you will love one and hate the other.
Yeah.
And I see a lot of people in a broken space in their life where you can have all the riches, all the power, all the glory, all the fame, and be broken and empty and lonely. And I seen that. And when I got a taste of that and I started dating certain women and jugging into different things that I normally wouldn't get myself in, or I tell my people around me, don't do that. God don't like that. I started to feel the emptiness.
Yeah.
And then that void was missing. I'm like, hold on, God. This ain't what you called for me to do.
Oh, hi. You must be Joe. Joe Pitts, right?
Yeah, that's me.
What's this? Okay, so I'm gonna be in Miami for a whole week, so I figured I can make some money here while I'm gone.
By turning your crib into a dewdrop inn?
Better hope you didn't make a spare house key.
Hey, babe.
Joe, what are you still doing here? What did you do to my house?
You like what I did with the place?
Joe had already printed off the contract, right? I know. Now, somehow he wrote that he's a long-term tenant and not short-term.
Like a roommate?
Good morning, Riley.
You're gonna have to go down to the courthouse and file an eviction.
What about my home? What about my things? How am I supposed to sleep with a strange man in my house?
We've looked into Joe Pitts. He has no criminal record, not even a traffic ticket.
You so need to go shopping, babe.
So he's harmless.
You see how easily accidents can happen?
And I never saw that coming. Yes, you did.
Yes, you did. Happen, man. Talk to me, man. Where can they find you? And how did you get started in Christian rap?
Y'all can find me on IG at DFG SUL, Facebook at SUL Al-Jalil, Twitter at DFG SUL, all platforms at DFG SUL, iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, whatever you could think of, you could find me. How I got my start in Christian hip hop? Well, I was 8 years old. Wow. 8 years old in the church. My pastor, he was a pimp, ex-pimp. Pretty much, he gave his life over to God, man. Gave his life to God. He started bringing in ex-cons, felons, people who had testimony. Because you know you can't have a test without the testimony.
Fact.
You can't have the test without the testimony, because in the beginning of testimony is test. You feel me? So me, as he brought those people in, I'm like, whoa, it's amazing how God can take such a negative situation and breathe life into it.
Yeah.
You know, and that inspired me. And I'm like, you know what? I like this. Then I joined the choir. And I tried to find the octave to sing. You got sopranos, altos, and tenors. Oh, you know, doing all the extra stuff. And then I always stood out from the rest because I was never trying to be like nobody else. I wanted to be on fire for God. I say, I love God. I like this feeling. I love the jubilee, the joy and excitement you get from being able to praise something, you know, but not just praise something, but be relieved or redeemed, you know what I'm saying? Or restored in your broken space. Yeah. And I was like, man, I want to be a part of this. So one day the pastor's son came in and he was like, yo, who is this guy? He talked to my mom. He's like, I want to take your son to my house and record. I knew nothing about recording. I ain't never recorded a day in my life. Never even made a song. Listen, he sat me in the middle of the living room, put a beat on. I just started freestyling. I started saying stuff about God that I didn't even know I knew about. I'm like, oh, hold on, where this coming from? That was the Holy Spirit running through me. And then the rest is history.
Wow. That's powerful, man. How do you keep it going, though? Because you get that joke, you get that first, and then you got the trials coming. Woo! And they coming stronger because he don't want that. The other side don't want that.
I know. So
how did you continue to still have that same energy today that you had that day? Okay. So the way that I continue to still have the same energy, well, no lie, the energy ain't always been here. Listen, come on. It was a point in time where I know I was serving God and being on fire and going into church and being in the choir and all this extra stuff. But it was also a certain time when I lost my way because I wanted to see what it was like to fit in with the rest of the crowd. I'm like, hold on. I like what's going on over there too. But I like what's going on over here too. Wow. But you can't play both sides. Right. You know? Because you can't serve two masters. The Bible say you will love one and hate the other. Yeah.
And I see a lot of people in a broken space in their life where you can have all the riches, all the power, all the glory, all the fame, and be broken and empty and lonely. And I seen that. And when I got a taste of that and I started dating certain women and jugging into different things that I normally wouldn't get myself in, or I tell my people around me, don't do that. God don't like that. I started to feel the emptiness. Yeah. And then that void was missing. I'm like, hold on, God. This ain't what you called for me to do. Ooh. I lost my fire. But now I'm back.
How long did it take you?
It took me 9 years.
Real?
9 years to get my spark back. No lie. And I actually had it. It was in me. It's kind of like a baby wanting to talk for the first time. But all this gibberish coming out their mouth. Until they finally just like, that. That's how I was with my spirit. Yeah. It's like, I know exactly what to say. I know exactly what to do. I know how to maneuver. But I'm stuck. Yeah. And I need guidance.
Now, I got a couple notes. Really trying to, because again, it's been so interesting relationship with us when it comes to like, we randomly see each other. Yeah,
that's divine intervention right there.
But it's divine intervention because every time we do it, be like a spark. Yeah, it'd be like damn, man, like, but I have yet to like grasp why, but now I'm starting to get it. Like, man, like understanding like the walk is meant to be walked with people, not alone.
Amen.
And understanding that, man, the power of, you know, God and the power of his people and how they have to go through trials.
Absolutely.
And they can be able to see your trials and your tribulations and see you through them. Mm-hmm. So, man, and again, like you said, divine, I never question God. So when people continue to stay in my life or be in my life, it'd be like, all right, I ain't gonna keep playing.
Yeah, it's time to work.
It's time to work.
You can't ignore the call.
You can't ignore the call. Yeah. You broke it down a little earlier, but I don't think we were recording. I think we did it on production.
Okay.
But I want you to break down your name again.
Okay, so my name is DFG SUL. DFG stands for Destined for Greatness. Yeah. There's a lot of people in this world who don't realize they're great. And they wake up in the morning, they look in the mirror, they don't even know who they are. They don't know what their purpose is. They don't know what they were designed to do. And they be so lost. So they go to jobs on a day-to-day basis, and then they waste time and they waste moments that you can never get back when it's all said and done. I come in to let people know, listen, you are great. You are called to be the head and not the tail, above and not beneath. Yeah. I'm trying to reach people and uplift and empower because we don't get enough of it. You go on social media and the first thing you see is some nonsense. That's not good all the time being in your eye gates. It's actually not good at all. You know, you could get lost thinking that everything over here that's glittering is gold.
Yeah.
That same stuff that's glittering could be the same thing that could kill that could kill the insides of who you're supposed to be. Yep. Because now you have a preconceived conditional mindset of, okay, well, everybody's over here. This is hot. I don't want to be a part of that until you get burned. Ooh. So that's why I come in. I'm trying to let you know it's so much more greater than being in the world. It's people think just because you serving somebody or you serving a purpose, you're lame. You're uncool. Nobody wants to be around that. I was always the guy, I don't want to smoke. I'm in a studio session. 8 blunts coming in my rotation. I'm like, I'm cool. You sure? I'm cool. Cut the beat on. You know what I'm saying? People drinking around me. You want to drink? Cuz, just drink. I'm cool. I'm cool. You do you, I'ma do me. Listen, when people used to ask me before I started smoking, do I want to smoke? I say, no, I'm high off life. Yeah. It's something you get when you high off life, when you can focus and you can fathom what's happening around you. Yeah. You're more aware. You're more alert. Yeah. You don't have to worry about being intoxicated and inebriated and you can't control yourself. Yeah. I don't need that. I could drink some juice and be just as fine as you sipping some Casamigos.
Right.
I'm cool.
Right.
I'm sipping my Lipton tea, man. It's
when
none
did
of my
you
business.
get cool with who you are?
I became cool with who I am when I started having my kids. Listen, I've always been excited with serving God and, you know, being a leader and all that, but I really became cool with who I am when I started serving my kids, when them trials and tribulations started coming. When the times came when I had my daughter and then court situations came up. Now I got to get custody of my child. Now I'm raising my child as a baby and she's 8 years old now and I'm a single parent. And now I got to lead a girl and teach a girl and show her things that a mom's supposed to show her. Yeah. But seeing my daughter, seeing me in the midst of all the trials and tribulations as Superman, let me know, like, yes, you're called to be a leader.
Yeah.
It's the reason why all the stuff come against you and why you've always been that person that everybody overlook. You're the black sheep. It's the reason. It's a reason because you are called. You are called because sometimes the strength that you have is the strength somebody else don't have. And that's why God needs you to go through the things you go through so you can be a light to somebody else who don't know what light looks like.
Love that. Now, a lot of people come, especially for Christians, that have had trials and tribulations.
For sure.
Like, we're not humans.
Yeah, we all go through them.
How do you not let that affect your walk?
The first thing you got to do is you got to have confidence in God. You got to have confidence knowing that, yeah, I'm going through the storm today, but he says, weeping endures in the night, but joy comes in the morning. How many times have you been down on your luck and you ain't had nothing or no one to call? And some way and somehow, all your needs get met. It's been times where I thought I needed a job, and not having a job, I feel more fulfilled in my spirit.
Wow.
And things that I needed was being supplied.
Right.
It's been times when, you know, I ain't have a vehicle for like years of my life. I'm 28, man. Years. I'm talking about with my daughter, I'm walking in the rain, we walking in blizzards. You know, I'm getting on the bus. I was content. God needs us to be content with having little. Because it's not about what you don't have, it's about what you do have. That's what he can use. Obedience, humility, love, patience, kindness, joy, you know, meekness. Because the meek shall inherit the earth. Man,
meekness, y'all.
All you need to know
meekness,
is
y'all.
If I let him lead, he gonna catch me up to speed.
Yeah, 10,000%. You ain't never lied, man.
For sure.
Let's get to this music now.
Sure.
Tell them where they can find the music. Tell them what song would introduce DFG the most.
Y'all can find me on all platforms at DFG SUL. That's DFG SUL.
There you go.
The song that would introduce me the most, if you go on my last project I dropped titled Overall Greatness. This is my last project that I made in the world. And I told myself I'm not ever going back because nothing we do under the sun matters is not first for the one who gave it to us. These gifts and anything else inside you that you pouring out. The song that identifies with me and my walk and who I am is Man Up. And Man Up is saying, it's pretty much saying like, listen, it's time to man up. Yeah. It's time to stop making excuses, get my bands up.
Ooh.
It's time to man up. It's time to stop making excuses, put my hands up. I can't deny it. Talking won't get you far, so be quiet. Crawl before you walk. I ain't lying. See, I done been in before. No more horseplay. I'm ready when he tell me to go. That song, because in that song, that's me being transparent with my audience and letting them know, listen, I was lacking.
Yeah.
I was caught up. I like the worldly things, but I realized you can't store worldly riches on earth. When you go, you don't see the Brinks truck pulling up to the plot dropping money in there. You can't take it with you when you go. You feel me? So you might as well store up the heavenly things for when that mansion awaits you in the end. So that's the song because it identifies with me. It's saying, listen, I was like Jonah. God told me to do this, and I said, no, God, I like how this feel over here. I'm going to go this way.
Yeah.
And then I got swallowed by life.
Yeah. That's a fact. And it's hard to come back from.
It is.
Because of the mental shame we put against ourselves.
Absolutely.
But if you listen to the word, if you read the scriptures, I mean, he died for that part.
Like, and meditate as well.
Like literally. Go ahead.
Meditate, manifest. Most importantly, always speak life into yourself.
Yes.
Always speak life into yourself.
Yes.
So many people always saying, I'm broke. When they really rich on the inside. Some
and
people
always
saying, I'm crazy. You're not crazy. You're not crazy. If you feel like it's something off, just get some help.
Yeah.
Stop talking down to yourself. Start lifting yourself up. Listen, how you expect other people around you to lift you up if you ain't lifting yourself up? How you expect other people around you to love you if you not loving yourself? How you expect other people around you to want to be a part of what you got going on if you don't even know what's going on?
Ooh.
I'm just saying.
They don't want to hear that, though.
They don't want to hear that. They rather hear the lies.
Yeah.
The revolution to be televised though.
10,000% right here on the King TV Network.
We here.
Now, when you do get weary, and music has been something big for you.
For sure.
How do you put it in the music?
My process is, for some reason, I've always been stronger than other people. I had to learn at a young age how to be mature, how to deal with situations I can't control. I grew up in anger management classes from 5th grade to 8th grade. 5th grade teacher told me I won't amount to nothing. By 18, I'll be gone. Well, fast forward 10 years past that 18, I'm still here.
Yeah.
I don't know what you was talking about.
Yeah.
Another thing is, you just got to know, like, this ain't the place that I'll always be. You know, it ain't about what you go through. It's about how you go through it.
Yeah. Honestly. Whew. Now, I want to talk about the support around you.
Okay.
Now, of course, you're going to have family, friends that don't necessarily walk how you walk.
For
or
sure.
Some may walk stronger. Some may walk a little bit weaker, but do walk.
Absolutely.
How do you spread the love you spread across the family, especially to the ones that, man, hit this, man. Like, when you trying to figure out your way.
My thing is this. I'm just like, you could never force nobody to do something or to stop doing something. They gotta want it for themselves.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely.
I don't tell my family, don't do this. You gotta want to do it for yourself. I just allow my light that I show and the way that I conduct myself to be an example that they can eventually follow.
Yeah.
Cause I done stuff and they seen me do the same thing they did, and then they stop seeing me do it, and it's normal to them. Like, oh, Sal just being Sal.
Yeah.
You feel me? But this is who I was prior to me not being like that.
Wow.
So that's all that is. You know, you just got to give people a chance to want to come out of that.
Yeah.
That shell.
Yeah.
You know, you got to give people a chance to want to come out of what it is that's addictive to them. You know, it's all about just being able to tell yourself, like, okay, enough is enough.
Enough is enough.
Enough is enough.
Now, I want to go back to the music. What's the latest project?
Latest project is coming soon. My first official Christian debut project. R&B, pop, rock. Oh man, it's so crazy. God gave me some messages. He gave me some stuff. I got some mad features on it, man. It's called Walking with Purpose. Because like I said, a lot of times we don't realize we got purpose, and it's time to put it into the atmosphere. I got purpose, and it's bigger than me, and it's bigger than the world, and it's bigger than anything that's coming against me. And I got to put it out there and let people know you are great, and God loves you, and you could do anything, and God to do exceedingly and abundantly in your life, but you just got to trust Him and lean not on your own understanding, because it's so easy to get caught up in what we see in front of us and lose sight of what's in store.
Yeah, 10,000%.
So Walking with Purpose coming soon, man.
10,000%.
Be on the lookout for Walking with Purpose. It's coming soon. Cover in the works. My song Thank You is out right now. All platforms, featuring my boy Lord Luke.
Shout out Lord Luke.
Shout out my boy, man. God is doing great things in my life. He has showed me, if you just let go of your own vices and sacrifice the things that you want, I will bless you. I will bless you.
10,000%.
Listen, Abraham, God told him, kill your son Isaac. The moment when he attempted to kill him, God said, stop. I just was testing you to see if you can be obedient. The moment when, it's so crazy, man. He said, I was testing you to see if you would be obedient.
Yeah.
Moses, sitting in the wilderness, man, the burning bush. He gave him that rod. Normally a rod is just a rod. He said, no, strike it. You can part the sea. Wow. He told Peter, walk to me. He said, no, God, this is water. How am I going to walk on water? The moment when he stopped forgetting who God was, he almost fell in that water and drowned. You got to know, man.
You got to know. You got to know. The last two things we do here is called, the first one is called Get It Off Your Chest. And, the first one is the 3 things you value most as a person. So we'll start there. What are the 3 things you value most?
The first thing I value the most is my relationship with God.
Yeah.
The second thing I value the most is my family. I love my family. I'm talking about I'm family oriented. Me and my brothers, my sister, we always kicking it. I love people, man. I love just the feeling of high vibrations, of positivity. I'm not a negative person. I don't like negativity. I try to spread the light everywhere I go, man, because we already live in darkness that's amongst us. Another thing is my music. I love my music, man. Music is my great escape. To clear my conscience and my mind and just to be free from everything that's around me.
I love that. Now the last thing we do here is called Get It Off Your Chest.
Okay.
And you've been getting a lot off your chest, but specifically talk to the person who's trying to walk right but doesn't know how to or got lost. Like, speak to them real quick.
All right, so anybody out there right now that's troubled in their life, that's lost, that's in need of guidance, first thing I need you to know, your mistakes are not you. And just because you fall does not mean you fail. You do have room to grow. Always know you matter, you got purpose, God loves you, and he just waiting on you. You just got to be willing to answer the call. Don't worry about what everybody else around there doing. Because everybody else around you, they might be up right now, but they won't be there forever.
Right.
You focus on your path, and you focus on what God has for you. If it's not happening fast enough, just know it's going to come with consistency, dedication, and time and management. It's going to all work out for you. God bless.
Look, this has been DFG SUL. If y'all ain't felt the soul, I don't know what y'all doing. I appreciate you, man.
I appreciate you. Thank you for having me, man.
This is the
Damn, shit getting real.